Hey guys, this is Jason. I'm reviewing Lisa Frankenstein, directed by Zelda Williams and written by Diablo Cody, and it is about a teenage girl named Lisa Swallows, played by Kathryn Newton, who is kind of an outcast to a lot of people around her. She lives with her father, her stepmother, and stepsister, and they're mostly normal, but she is more gothic, mostly because of what happened to her in her past. But then one day, a lightning bolt brings a dead person back to life and breaks into her house because she's been having a crush on him for a while. Weird, I know. Then he kills people that she hates and she tries to get certain dead body parts for him so that he can slowly start to turn normal so that they can be together. But of course, problems happen along the way. Now, a lot of you do know this. I do late reviews for late films for quite some time just to catch up on what people are talking about. If you've been watching me for a while, then you already know this. But if you are a new subscriber and you just started watching my videos, just in case if you don't know, I do at times make late reviews for newer films I didn't get a chance to see in theaters, but still wanted to make a review for it at home anyway. So I watched this film on Peacock recently, and it's a very weird and strange movie, and I'm not saying that this movie's bad. I did enjoy it. I think it's a pretty good horror comedy, and it's definitely good for people who enjoy weird and strange horror comedies like this. Kathryn Newton is good in the film. She looks like she's having fun playing as a character who has a lot of problems with people around her because she has a troubled past that she hasn't fully mentally recovered from, and that kind of makes her very distant from a lot of people. But when the dead guy comes to her life and starts killing the people around her that she hates, she starts to fully get closer to him and start to fall in love with him as the film progresses. This movie takes place in the 80s, and you definitely get that feeling with some of the clothes, the makeup, the hairstyling, the sets, and it has a very good 80s horror feel with a bunch of pink and light blue lights in the nighttime scenes, especially in the nighttime scenes when you see Lisa go to this graveyard at night. I mean, there are times where you can tell that this graveyard looks like a set, mostly from the daytime scenes, but the nighttime scenes do make this scene feel more like it came out of an old horror movie like Evil Dead 2. It also has a good blend of horror and comedy, and that's kind of hard for most horror comedies to do, trying to blend both of those genres together and make them work, because sometimes they don't always work. But gratefully, this is one of those rare films that does make both the horror and the comedy work. In particular, there's this one scene that happens in the film that relates to someone in bed with another person, and the way they use a very graphic and violent moment in this film for humor, it really caught me off guard, and it oh man, that scene. Now, Zelda Williams has done some horror stuff, but not a whole lot. She's mostly done some music videos and some shorts that have had some horror in it, and this is her first theatrically released feature film, and I thought she did a pretty good job with this one. And here's an interesting fact: Zelda Williams is Robin Williams' daughter, and that's pretty cool that she's getting her chance to shine in Hollywood. The way she sets up scenes and the way she gets the cinematographer to shoot a certain scene and getting actors to do their parts, I thought she did a pretty good job with directing this film, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else she does in the future. And this is also written well by Diablo Cody, which, in case you don't know who that one is either, she is known for writing films like Juno and Jennifer's Body, which Jennifer's Body is also a horror comedy, and I think it's a pretty underrated one, and it's not because of what you think. Don't think about that. That's not the reason. Calm down. I did enjoy that film. It's got a very investing story, and it gets you to care about Amanda Seyfried's character, and it can be pretty dark at times, and it's developed a cult following in recent years. Now, this isn't an amazing speaking film, I do have some issues with it, and most of that has to do with the tone. Despite the fact that this does have a good blend of horror and comedy, I can't really say the same for the different type of styles that they would go with for the film, because there are times where it feels mostly like an 80s movie. But whenever Lisa is having her dreams in her sleep and she's dreaming about being in an older horror film that's filmed in black and white, you do get that feeling that sometimes both that tone and the 80s tone do feel like they're clashing at times. I mean, it doesn't happen much, but sometimes that does happen. In my next issue, and it's kind of a big one, Lisa herself, she can be a hit and miss, where you can see her going through problems in her life regarding with her family and her stepmom, played by Carla Gugino, and you can understand where she's coming from. But when the dead guy starts killing people for her, she starts to like this guy and wants to help him get all the body parts he needs, and that really doesn't get her to realize that what he's doing is horrible. I don't know if it's because that she's a teenager and she has a crush on him, but she still should have had a moment where it fully registers with her and realize that this is a terrible thing that he is doing for her. But she decides to go along with it and just help him with those kind of issues, and it really makes the audience not side with her because of that. Lisa Frankenstein is an enjoyable horror comedy. Sure, it does have some issues with the tone, and Lisa herself can be a hit and miss at times, but it has some pretty cool kills, it has some really cool sets, it has a great horror feel for the nighttime scenes, it has good acting, and it's also pretty funny. This is one of those films where I do actually see it getting a cult following in 10 or 20 years, and the best way to describe Lisa Frankenstein is that it's more of a R-rated version and live action, a more raunchier version of Corpse Bride. I'm gonna give Lisa Frankenstein a B. So guys, stay tuned next week because I do have a couple movie reviews planned. Like, I am gonna be reviewing Night Swim when that comes out on Peacock. Definitely looking forward to that one. Also, watch my reviews I've posted lately. I've already posted reviews for Spaceman, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and Roadhouse recently. Please do watch those because I do look at my analytics and my views. I do pay attention to those and see if people are watching those videos or not. So please watch those reviews if you haven't yet. So guys, if you have seen Lisa Frankenstein either in theaters or on Peacock, what did you think about it? Did you think it's a really fun horror movie, or do you think that this one was terrible? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this review, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing because it helps my channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you know what other videos I'm posting. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.